Today there's a debate in the world of therapy. It's an interesting debate. You have a person who's addicted, destructive habits, destructive behavior. One approach is, this is the approach in the 12-step program of recovery. If you don't become fully abstinent, if you don't completely disengage, quit the habit, quit the addiction and break it, there's nothing to talk about. You're just going to fall back into the same cycle, the same vicious cycle of lies, deception, and addiction, whatever the addiction is, and you have to break it and stop it. But very often, especially in one particular type of addiction known as SA, there's a tremendous disproportionate amount of relapses. As people, again, they relapse and relapse and relapse. It's very, very powerful. All addictions are powerful, but this has a special power. It's how God created people. It's a very special, very intense power. And there's relapse and relapse and relapse. And sometimes there's a brutality here, which is often very helpful. You have to remain sober, and if not, there's nothing to talk about. And yet, there's some situations that you have to be careful. Why? If somebody has a life to fight for, if they have a meaning in their life to fight for, so they have an incentive to be sober in order to fight for that life. If a person sees themselves as completely valueless, as completely insignificant, they have absolutely no meaning to their life, they don't have anything to fight for, that should encourage them to fight over the addiction. So sometimes if you don't give that to them, you're not helping them. You cannot focus on their Ra. You can't focus on their Ra because they have nothing to look forward to. Their whole life is worthless. It's meaningless. So why shouldn't I have a relapse? For what? What am I fighting for? For my wife, for my children, for myself, for my soul, for my truth? They don't have any of it. They were taught in their mind that they're absolutely worthless. Their whole life is worthless. You have to give somebody a life. They should say, I want to fight for it. There's something good in me that I want to fight for. If there's nothing good in me, what am I fighting for? To preserve a shmata? To preserve a doormat? To preserve a dirty, filthy rag? Who needs to preserve it? Let it be. It's already messed up, so it'll be a little more messed up. Understand that sometimes people are so far that if you wait for Sur Meirah, you're going to wait forever. You need to start off with positivity. You need to start off with Lichtigkeit. You have to start off with Or before you discuss Choshen.